are no songs about August. Like I remember, you know, May has the merry, merry month of May. Do you remember a kind of September? Whatever. No, I don't care. I do care. About the chair. It's on wheels. These chairs are on wheels, so why won't they move? I have to like lift it and pull it forward to get it to move. I don't understand that. And yes, I'm completely aware that whenever I seem to do these video blogs, I'm wearing, more often than not, the so-called tourist short that I bought. I don't know. It's my night shirt. One of my night shirts. So I have shirts for day, shirts for night. Some do both. It's alright. So, it's August 3rd. And yes, I got the day and the month and the date coordinated this time, and found out why I screwed up last month with July. But that's really not important. What's important is Pirate Conductor has been sent to the publisher. I have a release date. Release date of September 5th. Just a month away, a month and a couple days away. September 5th. My third volume of a 4-volume series. I already had that plotted out. Will be out. And then after I'll begin work on the 4th volume, which I've already picked out the notebook. I'm hoping that there's lots of good stuff in it. It's a 5-subject, college ruled. These others have been 3. Well, Markings in a Cave was a notebook from 1983. This one, Pirate Conductor, is a remarkably rich. Out of 120 pages, 85 have made it into the book, into the published version. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, this next volume, the 4th one, see, I'm miles ahead of me, is from 1990, post Kristen. As I looked at the book from the Kristen period, and I thought I had a lot of great stuff in it, and I'm looking at it, and just a couple I looked at, I said, this is just too, you know, raw, bare bones, only I could possibly relate to it type of thing. Which I've tried throughout all of these volumes to eliminate things that were just about me, specifically, that couldn't really relate to anything else. You know, they couldn't be interpreted as anything else but some personal thing I was going through. But yes, some of that makes it in. I mean, you can't not be yourself when you're exposing yourself like that through your poetry. Yes, obviously, I'm there. In fact, I say to people, well, not really, because no one's asked, but I would have said to people in the past, this is true, you know, if you want to know me, read my poetry. Of course, it wasn't published then, but now I can say, you really want to know me, you really want to get into the complexity and the craziness of my mind, you know, read the volumes of poetry. So, the one after Pirate Conductor right now is going to be called Sand and Ashes. Very uplifting. And then, as I've said before, I have the big project, the Thumbs Up project. It's, and I found it. It's called Boston Dialect. It's one subject, just one subject, college rule notebook. But what I did when writing it intentionally was, instead of like page per poem per page, I did them end to end on both sides of the page. So like where one poem ended, there'd be a little squiggle, and then the next one would begin, then a little squiggle, then the next one. And it went all that way through the one subject. It took a year to fill it. And I put them specifically in the order that they were written. So as I was writing on scrap paper, I made sure the scrap paper was in the order. At the end of the week, when I would transfer them into the notebook, which was my habit at the time, I had everything in order. Because what I wanted to do was paint my mind, make a painting in poetry, in words, of how my mind worked. How it, what, subject to subject, thought to thought. I mean, obviously not like hooking me up to a computer and following my thought patterns. If we can do that yet, I'm sure we can. But just in poetry, how I jump from topic to topic to topic to topic to topic, I just wanted to portray that, to make a painting of that. And that's what I did. So I'm hoping it's not garbage. I haven't looked at it since 1997 when I finished it. I haven't the slightest idea. What quality is in there. I know a couple songs are in there. And for the first time, I'm going to purposely put song lyrics because they're part of that thought process. So I know Place Your Faith is in there. Very possibly Run Wild, which was just recorded for the full 88 album. After, 20 years, finally the song got recorded. 20 plus years, actually. Excuse me. Yeah, I know, I still sound like I have a smoker's cough. I haven't smoked since 2002. So, and I think a couple other notables are in there. Place Your Faith is, I've only got a live version. It's the one that got away. I tried 3 times to record it. Once back then, later on, again at Ed's, and the studio Ed and I had, and in between those 2 times was the live version with the Authentics, and but it just never came together. Even the live version's terrible because it was our first song at the Channel, the old Channel Club in Boston, and it was our sound check. It was one of those nights of 5 or 6 bands, and no one got a sound check. So your first song was your sound check. So you could hear the levels going all over the place. So it's not really presentable. I mean, it's all right. I mean, you can get the idea of the song. So I don't want this to run and run because this camera, for some reason, makes huge files. Probably because it's HD. The an 8-minute file is like 1.5 meg. It's like, that's ridiculous. I mean, 1.5 GB. It's like, that's stupid. But that's how it is. There's no other setting for like AVI or it's all MP4 and huge. But has great quality if I keep it that huge. But I can't edit it when it's that big of a file. So that's what I meant ages ago when I said a big file is hard to edit. It's not a long file that's hard to edit. It's what I call weight, which really isn't a way of, it's not a weight of measure, but it's, I say, a heavy file is how many gigs it is. So for me, I should say, these files are like ridiculously heavy for the size that they are. So Pirate Conductor, September 5th, and this may be the last, or one of the last video blogs I do, because frankly nobody watches them. Don't say you do, because YouTube shows me the stats, and where views are coming from, if any, and I can see what state, these are just United States, nobody in the world, unless I promote it, which I haven't been, except for a couple for last year. But anyway, I don't promote these through AdWords, so only friends, honest to God, would watch them, or somebody who's a fan of my website. So, you know, if I don't see views from Mass, I know my old friends aren't watching. California, that's my cousin. I don't know anybody here but Florida but me, so I do watch my own video blogs on YouTube to see how they look, basically, after uploading. So I know one is me, you know, so I know. And, yeah, some friends have watched some of these, but not all of them. Can I say? You know, my YouTube friends don't seem to be interested. So, these don't do a thing. They don't promote anything. And so then what's the point? And books of poetry aren't like albums where you can cherry pick a poem, you know, for 5 cents or whatever. No, you know, or streaming download the poem, which, you know, you can streamingly download a ebook, you know, if you pirate it. Maybe I should pirate myself. Anyway, oh, I am being pirated, though, without me doing it. 2 sites are pirating me. The pirating, everything's subject to change. I thought that was cool. And I think I told you about the South American or Spanish or South American site has me on sale for $120. Not pesos, dollars. For the best of Paul Tait and rest of the best of. I'm like, somebody thinks I'm worth it. So those are cool things. But okay, back to poetry. No one's buying the stuff, and no one's, you know, and I didn't expect it. I figured, you know, and this sounds morbid, but it's true. Poets are not really respected or recognized until they're dead. So, you know, this is legacy stuff. This is stuff, if God willing, you know, if my talent that he gave me, you know, all of it, you know, the videos, the music, even the poetry is supposed to amount to anything, leave any imprint at all in this world, it's going to be after I'm dead. And then fine, great, let somebody else collect the money. I don't care. The money, the fame probably would have destroyed me anyway. Because I am a addictive personality, a compulsive person. I'd have been. Had I gotten that deal when I'm in my 20s, yeah, oh yeah, I'd have been out of control. I would be dead now, or severely brain damaged, or, you know, I could play and sing, but don't ask me any questions. So I escaped all that. God actually saved my life by not putting me in the right place at the right time, no matter how I tried. Yeah, I'll look at it positive, and then try to convince myself that that's exactly what it was about. Have a nice, whatever it is, nice month, nice something. I may not be back.
Oh, look outside the window, there's a woman being grabbed. They've dragged her to the bushes, and now she's being stabbed. Maybe we should call the cops and try to stop the pain. But Monopoly is so much fun, I'd hate to blow the game.